Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. AC Pearl Quotes. In this video, I will explain the masters of science. People who are specialists or who know a lot about science are called scientists. In a different sense, scientists are those who work in the field of science. A scientist is a person who does science or the natural sciences, sometimes known as science. There are those who separate scientists into two sections depending on their fields of expertise: notable scientists in the field of natural sciences and scientists in the field of social sciences. However, the mention of this scientist also applies generally. Scientists investigate certain parts of nature through established scientific procedures and structured, methodical research. The application of science is limited to things that the senses can perceive, see, hear, touch, feel, and so on, or you can say that science is information obtained through direct experience and empirical evidence. Do you know? The masters of science once said,
"The universe and human ignorance are two things that will always exist, but I'm not convinced about the universe." The most depressing part of life at the moment is how quickly science advances knowledge at the expense of social wisdom. Never commit to memory something you can easily look up. One always keeps in mind to glance up at the stars rather than at their feet. 2. Never stop working. Life would be meaningless without work, which provides you with purpose and meaning. 3. If you are fortunate enough to find love, keep it close to your heart and don't let it go. Research wouldn't be called research if we knew what we were doing, would it? Something extraordinary is waiting to be discovered somewhere. It's crucial to keep asking questions. Curiosity has its purpose in life. When one considers the wonders of eternity, life, and the amazing design of existence, one cannot help but be in awe. Even making a small effort each day to understand a bit more of this enigma is sufficient. It's evident that our viewpoint is warped given that we reside at the bottom of a deep gravity well, on the surface of a gas-covered planet, orbiting a nuclear inferno 90 million miles away, and consider this to be normal. Experiencing mystery is the most lovely feeling we can have. Real art and true science have their roots in this primordial feeling. Time is a substance. You die from taking too much of it. An expert is someone who has committed every possible error in a particular subject, according to the saying. I do not doubt that intelligent life exists in the cosmos. Simply put, it has been too intelligent to arrive here. We are only a species of highly developed monkeys living on a small planet around a common star. But we can comprehend the cosmos. As a result, we are incredibly unique. Religion and science may coexist. Simply put, science is still too new to comprehend. There was nothing at first, then it burst. That which is assertable without proof is also capable of being rejected without proof. I have loved the stars too much to be afraid of the night. Even if my spirit may descend into the depths of the night, it will ascend into flawless brightness. Everything needs to be as straightforward as possible, but not easier. A man has not learned the worth of life when he dares to waste an hour. Science has the advantage of being true whether or not you believe it to be true. There is nothing in life to be feared, everything must only be comprehended. Now is the time to gain more knowledge so that we can feel less afraid. Melodies heard are wonderful, but melodies unseen are better. To know more about the world today than I did yesterday, and to minimize the pain of others, are my two fundamental ideals. You'd be shocked at how far you can go with it. Science is a profound wellspring of spirituality. It is not merely compatible with spirituality. Your presumptions serve as windows into the outside world. If you don't sometimes scrub them off, the light won't come through. Space is vast. You simply won't believe how incredibly, enormously, and staggeringly large it is. You might think it's far to get to the pharmacy down the road, but that's nothing compared to space. If I have seen further, it is because I have been supported by giants. You have to create the world first if you want to make an apple pie from scratch. A thinker views his behaviors as inquiries, experiments, and endeavors to learn more. He is more interested in the answers to success and failure. Everything might be explained scientifically, yet doing so would be meaningless, similar to describing a Beethoven symphony as a change in wave pressure. If there were no humor in life, it would be dreadful. For me, it is preferable to understand the universe as it truly is than to continue in delusion, no matter how comfortable and comforting it may be. Any sufficiently sophisticated technology is identical to magic. By opposing the status quo, nothing ever changes. Create a new model that renders the old model outdated to modify anything. Physics is similar to sex in that it may have some useful outcomes, but that is not the reason we study it. Exceptional claims demand extraordinary proof, the saying goes. Who is more modest? Which scientist is right, one who embraces everything the universe has to teach us, or one who insists that everything in this book must be taken as literal fact, disregarding the human fallibility of all those involved? I think there's a world out there waiting for us, a superior planet. And I'll be there to meet you. I cannot see how a guy could gaze up into the skies and declare there is no God, but I can understand how it may be feasible for a man to look down upon the ground and be an atheist. I believe that not nearly enough scientific study is done to identify a treatment for jerks. Are you familiar with the phrase, opinion without evidence? We refer to it as bias. If you try to disassemble a cat to discover how it functions, the first thing you have is a non-functioning cat. Wisdom is not the result of education but of the lifetime pursuit of it. In an impossible cosmos, we are an impossibility.
It is a quote from the masters of science. From the quote we take from the good side, leave the unnecessary and learn for the life to come.